Thank you, Stoney. David, a few ticket texts. We get back to the people in a stunning Jared Goff holiday season topic.
Andy in Houston says Rico has the hidden numbers, the correct numbers. He's dead on accurate. Goff is below average.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm clear. I've been doing radio in this town for 20 years. They have probably been in this position like one time. And what we're talking about now is a large portion of the fan base wanting to get rid of the starting quarterback. I just want to make sure I'm existing on the same planet. Is Jared Goff perfect? No. But can we at least let the story play out before we do those shows? What is going on here?
I think the simple thing, Mike, is I think a lot of people, this ball always boils down to, do you want the playmaker or the game manager? Jared Goff's a game manager. Those numbers tell me you could surround him with all the toys in the world, and he's simply, this is all you're going to get out of him. You could give him the best running back. You could put Justin Jefferson out there with DK Metcalf, put Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. You're still going to get the same numbers from him. You could put Kittle. You could put Gronk. You could put whoever you want at tight end. You're going to get the same number. That's what this tells me.
So you're saying he's Brock Purdy?
Game manager, yeah. You thought I was going to get upset. Brock Purdy's David, I said it before, and I'll say, if Chicago is stupid enough to get rid of Justin Fields, if I'm the 49ers, I pick up that phone right away and say, we'll take him.
And in fact, yes, I did think you were going to get upset. I was afraid Goff was our Ryan Tannehill. I think he's slightly better than that, though, but not enough to make us comfortable, and that's the problem with the callers.
Okay.
Nice stats for Goff. Good points, but Stafford won a Super Bowl leading the league in interceptions. I'm not worried about Goff.
Okay.
That's fair.
At least I'm not the only person who wants to give this man a chance.
This is from Kurt. After the Rico report, I imagine Cookies is somewhere exploding right now.
Oh, I mean, big time. Or as Bally would put it, fun. Shall we?
We shall.
Let's go to Tanner, 97.1. How you living right now? Tanner, what's going on?
Hey, guys. The one thing that I kind of left out of this whole time was you're saying we're already having these shows. When you look at these next four games, I think you're going to have several of these shows through the remainder of the season, because you have a team coming up that is leading the league in takeaways, and then you're going to face two of the top five pass rushers the last 3 weeks of the year in Parsons and Danielle Hunter. And then, this conversation is not going to stop, especially because after watching the All-22, Taylor Decker's clearly hurt. And that's a huge problem. And as Rico, you said that he had such a great 24-game stretch. He had that with elite offensive line play. And what we saw and what we've seen the last few weeks here is we don't have elite offensive line play. And you had a game plan on Sunday where it was very clear, which was kind of surprising, they're not going to throw the ball to the sideline. He's incapable of escaping, and he's incapable of throwing the ball over their heads. So you have two linebackers that all they had to do was take away his first read, and they'd be able to get home. And if you have a quarterback that can't handle either of those things, that's what makes everyone question it. I think you're going to see more of that these next 4 weeks. And then
here's the other one, too. Minnesota's more than just Danielle Hunter. Brian Flores is getting himself back into consideration to be a head coach. They're top five in the NFL in a lot of analytics, including defensive EPA. Like, the Vikings defense is good, and Brian Flores is going to bring thunder. Like, you're right, Tanner. This is a 4-game, kind of a gauntlet defensively, where if he's turning it over and he looks, I don't even know what the word is for the last 4 weeks. I mean, then you're talking about a half-season collapse by your quarterback.
Yeah, then you also we're going to finish it off with playing either the Vikings for the third time in 4 weeks, or the Packers, or the Rams, or you're going to play the Bears again in the playoffs. And I think that will be what will ultimately, if you don't win that game, and you guys have talked about before, of do we pay him, do we not? But if you lose that game to any of those teams,
you can't pay
home,
him. You can't do it.
You can't, and that's kind of the problem. But I, as the caller said earlier, I think no matter what, unless you see something dramatically improve these last 4 weeks, I think he's playing out the last year of that contract, and if it goes well, you're going to franchise tag him for the following year. But I really don't see a multi-year deal getting done between now and
Yeah, but Tanner, when you sit back and listen, though, I mean, the amount of this Hendon Hooker stuff.
No, that's ridiculous.
What planet am I on?
Planet Earth, Mike.
And I'll tell you what, with the way they defended him, I don't think, they only have 6 more days to activate Hooker. I wouldn't be surprised if they intentionally didn't to kind of ease that pressure off the Goff.
To calm the noise down. Yes.
Yeah, because it's insane. I mean, the guy just started practicing 10 days ago. So they better not do that. But
no, and I mean, Tanner, you got people.
But no, come on. In the roof for radio, Hendon Hooker pulls the Cardale Jones.
I know. But what Tanner and I are talking about is like this idea that people are mentally convinced there'll be a quarterback competition next year.
But you know why?
The guy has not thrown an NFL pass.
Because you saw what he did at Tennessee.
In an offense that is wholly unsustainable in the NFL.
Okay. I'm not saying it's smart. I'm not saying it's correct.
Okay.
But Lions fans want a playmaking quarterback. You're not going to get that from Jared Goff.
Tanner, closing thoughts.
This offense is nothing like that one. Closing thoughts, guys, if I don't talk to you, happy holidays, and most importantly, hook 'em horns.
Yeah, hey, Texas is all the way back, baby. Go get it, Tanner, for America.
Hey, you planted the flag. The flag fell down, but you put it back up, Mike.
I am rooting for him. I can't lie to you. I know UW means I got to listen to you. Michigan means I got to listen to the callers.
We can do a double or
and
nothing.
Alabama, enough.
I mean,
enough.
If you want to run it back again, I found another hoodie I'll take.
With the points or just straight up?
Well, according to you, I should take my vitamins. Now, I'm just a big who sings the fight song, who moves on.
All right, so what? It's you have UW and I got Texas?
Yeah.
Hoodie of choice? Or Nike apparel of choice?
Nike apparel of choice.
All right. Let's go. I'm going to be doing Rico's Christmas shopping, apparently.
But you got the purple one. Which one you want now? The white
Rico
one,
comes back. He's going to be in that Steph Diggs gold leather reset
I need
from
the gold one. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go back to the people. We'll go to John, 97.1. Johnny, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, hey, John. What's up?
Yeah, I just want to start off by saying I appreciate Rico putting in the work, doing the research to bring factual stats to a conversation.
First caller didn't like that, so sorry about that.
He's a horse bleep football fan right now.
All right, everyone calm down. What do you got?
But anyway, Mike, yesterday you were talking about how Goff would be around a 3-year, 45, 47 AVV kind of contract.
Mm-hmm.
If we have him this year, and I spent the time on hold looking up how the franchise tag worked, if we franchise tagged him, we'd have him this year for around 32, and then we'd have him the next year around 37. That's 2 years of Jared Goff.
Seems low.
Sign free agents. You can see a whole lot to see if Hendon Hooker's going to work out. You can see how the draft's going to work out. Like, I would do that. Why offer him a contract? You can get him for 2 years, and
I agree with you, but let me explain it. Let me explain it to you, because John, it's the same reason college football coaches never ever see the last 2 years of their contract. There's just a thing in the NFL. On the agent side, on the player side, you don't let your quarterback get anywhere near lame duck status. I agree on paper. The right thing would always be you just play it out. I retain your rights. Oh, you don't want a deal? I'll franchise you. You end up poisoning the well when you do stuff like that. I listen, John, if they don't sign him and you want to play it out next year and this guy goes on a roll, you go to the NFC title game next year, it'll cost you $60 a year. And if you don't, you dump him out. The point I've made, John, is if I am a player and I'm an agent and I see the guy who came to the Lions and he was exiled like Napoleon, and yet he had a rebirth and he led you to winning a division and winning a playoff game, and you didn't pay him, I think that sends a pretty lousy message to the players around the league who you're going to be courting to go out and try to win a Super Bowl. That's all. Both things can be true here. I'm giving you the reasons why I say it. It's an established way of doing business in the league where, remember when Kirk Cousins got to the last year of his deal and it was like, oh my God, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that Jared Goff is that well respected by the players, or do they kind of see what I think the average fan is seeing, which is 2 years of Jared Goff? I mean, what's left on the other side of that contract that people want to move forward? You know, I want to work. I want to work for a smart franchise. I don't know. I guess I don't see the players taking it that personally, but you are more plugged in than me.
No, I don't. It's really difficult because, listen, only when things go truly south are you going to get the real nasty stuff, John. You're not going to.
Once he leaves the team.
Right. And you're seeing it right now with like New England. Things have gone so horribly awry. Only now are we getting the Belichick stories, right? Now,
it was like when Chase Young left the Commanders. Oh,
right.
Well, he's a bad person.
Right. Now, it doesn't matter who you talk to. I have never had someone accuse Jared Goff of not working hard, not being a good teammate, not being a leader, right? Now, you want to tell me that a given player has an issue, he ain't getting the ball enough, stuff like that? Well, sure, we saw it in living color with J-Mo in the offseason. Mm-hmm. But no, this is a steady Eddie kind of guy. He's a stabilizer. If that makes sense to you.
No, it does.
Now, when things go south, that's where you get the juice. That's where you get the fun. And I'm glad we don't have any of that.